Okay, hello everyone. Uh, so I wanted to create a video for you to help you initially find your way around your Carrington billing and coding class, because I know a lot of us are new to Canvas and it can be a little confusing at first. So initially we'll go over some of the details of the class, some of the requirements, just to help you get familiar with that. So these details are in effect as of March 5th, 2018. So you are responsible for reading your syllabus to make sure that things are still as they are here at this time. So hopefully my screen share is still working. Doesn't appear it is. Let me see if I can get that going. Okay. I don't know if anyone is going to join me. But regardless, I'll go forward as if there are people there so I can go over the details for future students. Oh, let's see. I'm not sure if that is working. Okay, I think that should have fixed it. It looks like it's going now. Okay. So let me go ahead and get started here. So normally your weekly lessons will be presented in this Canvas conferencing tool, Big Blue Button. Since I'm having an issue with screen share, I've decided to go ahead and record this for upload tonight. And I need to go ahead and start recording this version. Okay, so hi everybody. Need to get,
you are now unmuted.
There we go. Hi everybody. No one's with me yet, but I am recording this for future students. So I wanted to go ahead and get started on time. I'm going to go over some details of your course just to help you get started and understand where everything is, because I know Canvas can be a little bit confusing and there's a lot of details with regards to the requirements. This is a very, very challenging course. You know, expect to get discouraged, expect to feel overwhelmed, but understand that I'm always here and the Student Success Center is always here to help you. And definitely reach out to your fellow students as well. The best, most successful students have been those who've worked with other students to understand things and help other students, you know, they've interacted. So, and participation is a big part of your grade in the discussion boards. So, you know, use that to your advantage. Use that to allow you to work together to learn this challenging course. My screen share isn't working, so for this course I wanted to be able to share screens with you, and that's why I'm making a recording. So make sure you look for another recording uploaded to the announcements or possibly in the assignment links, because I am recording using another software also, so that I can provide that screen share for you. So you know, in this Big Blue Button web conference, you'll only be able to hear me, but refer to the other one so you can see. And they should be identical, so pretty much identical. So you're welcome to leave this one and go to that one if you see them both there. Okay, so to get started, I'm just going to go into, here we have Canvas, and we'll just start right at the dashboard. Actually, we'll start right at the top with the account information. So this is, it's going to run very slow because I have a lot going on my computer right now. So I appreciate your patience. But when you go into account, which I'm not there yet, okay, you're going to see your courses. And you keep in mind your screen may not look exactly as mine. It won't look because I have different things available to me. You have different things available to you. But this should give you the general idea. And this is the dashboard. This is the account page. On the account page, you can go into your profile. If you like, this is all optional, of course. You can do your biography and change your picture if you like. You can see your notifications. Your files, this is the files section. E-portfolios, I don't think we really use. I haven't anyway. And then if you click on your dashboard button, tab, I guess it's a tab, you should see the courses you're enrolled in. Okay. If you're seeing, you may see announcements from previous courses, or you may see things from now. You can use these links, expand these to see what's going on, go into the discussions, or you can go into your courses this way in the big square boxes, or you can go into the to-do list. And of course, your to-do list is different than mine. So there's a number of ways you can get into your courses. But keep in mind that you have two courses. You're in MBC 101, which is your theory courses, is your anatomy and physiology and things like that. And then your coding applications course is your actual hands-on coding and billing. So you need to participate in both courses. Please make sure you remember to go into both each week. The calendar we're not using a lot. I mean, I'm not really making any adjustments to the calendar, but you may find it useful. Just for due dates and things, I think they pop up there after a while. Yeah, you can see kind of what there is due in week 1. So these are all due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And that's Pacific time. All times for Carrington College are on Pacific time. So this is a pretty good list of the tasks, and these are all links, so you can get to them that way if you want to. And I believe you can add things to the calendar as well. So, you know, you may find it useful to help keep yourself organized. I personally don't use it much. Hi, Priscilla. Okay. Priscilla, I'm making a recording of this for everyone, so that's why I'm sitting here talking to myself until you got here, so I'm happy to see you. Okay, now the inbox, of course, is where you would check your email. And you can send and receive email there. So for now, I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and we're going to go into one of the courses, and we'll talk about some of the requirements there. Okay, so as I said, your screen may look a little bit different than mine, but you should, for the most part, have the same buttons. You have some options to view things here. You can view recent announcements by expanding them here. Please read this letter in detail. This is very detailed about requirements with discussion questions and when things are due and things like that. So it's all important stuff in there. My mouse is going crazy. Okay. And in the other message, these are all files that you'll need throughout the course. So I recommend that you place a folder on your desktop and just save each of these into that folder to make it easy for you to find them. And then you won't have to go looking in the files, but you can. I'm not sure if the location in the files for you looks the same as it does for me, because mine looks like a mess, and I don't know why it presents this way, but it makes it a little challenging to find what you're looking for sometimes. But if it's the same, you would go into like this one, applications, 1, 1, 2, like that, and you'll find the files in there. Okay, but you shouldn't. I don't think you're going to need that as long as you're as long as you download everything from that message. Let's see if I can remember where I was. Yeah. All right. Okay. You can take the tour if you like, look at the modules, but one of the most important things is to read your syllabus. Should be one of the first things you do. Also, I noticed we got several new students today, and I sent an email yesterday asking for your nearest campus information, even if you're all online students. So, but I need to know which campus is closest to you, so the one you're connected with. Also, your phone number and your email address and your name. And then you'll find. Okay, in the syllabus, if you scroll, you'll find information on your course, information on your resources like your ebooks. This just tells you the version and things, but I'll show you how to get to the ebooks in a moment. The Student Software Store has software available for you if you need, like Microsoft Office, Word, PowerPoint, or Excel, or probably Word would be the only one you'd really need. I'm not sure if there's encoder tools in there. I do not have access to the Student Software Store. We have teachers have a different access, so I'm really not sure what's in there. But if there's something specific you need and you're not able to find it, check with your Campus Student Success Center, because they should have that information for you. Also, if you haven't received your coding books by now, the campus should also be able to help you with that. However, I have provided some tools to help you look up codes, and I'll try to remember to show you where those are if you need to get by for a while without a book. Sometimes they run a little bit behind. Outcomes. Okay, so your course is available starting Sunday, 12:01 a.m. Pacific time every week. The final week ends on Friday rather than Sunday. So all lessons are due typically at 11:59 on Sunday, except for the final week, and it's 11:59 on that Friday. And that's the due date. However, your first discussion question should be completed by Wednesday. And that's one discussion question for each thread. That's just to get full credit. You know, you can still do them after that. You can still do your first one after that if you weren't able to, but to get full credit, you have to do that. And we'll talk more about discussion questions in a while. Okay, just kind of a timeline there. Okay, discussions are a heavy part of your grade. They're 30%. Weekly assignments are 40% of your grade, and your course project is 30% of your grade. That's just for this course, the theory course. In your applications course, your discussion questions for that course are also 30% of that grade. You have two separate grades, two separate courses. I believe the weekly assignments are 40%. We'll look at that. And the final exam is the remaining 30% in that course. So that's a coding exam at the end. Okay, here's your grade scale. If you contact me and you have an extenuating circumstance, I can accept late work up until Friday of the following week with a 5% deduction for each day. So, you know, if you need to get it in a day late, just let me know. The exception to that, though, is discussion questions. I cannot, Carrington policy does not allow me to accept late discussion questions. So, but weekly assignments, quizzes, things like that can be up to 5 days. You know, of course, try to get your work in on time for the best score, but it's better to be late than to get a 0. Okay. Plagiarism is taken very seriously. Please read up on plagiarism, and you'll also find in the optional assignments, there's more information on how to avoid plagiarism if you're interested.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Okay. Get my scroll to work. Okay. All right, so discussion questions, very important. You're required to post on 3 separate days in each of the graded threads. So there are 2 threads in each course, so a total of 4 threads. So that means you need the first one for each thread to be completed by Wednesday. So you should have done 4 discussion questions by Wednesday. And then you need 2 more in each thread by Sunday at 11:59. So you will have a total of 3 discussion questions for each thread, and there are 4 threads. So 12 discussion questions for the week minimum. Of course, you can do more so that you can interact with your fellow students to learn what you need and work together. Okay, please review the information on high quality posts. I'm not going to read through this here, but students have a difficult time at first because, you know, I get responses like that are complimenting their fellow students and sometimes regurgitating what the other students said, but they don't really add to the discussion. And that's the big question to ask yourself in your discussion question. Does my response add to the discussion? So read through this quality measurement section, and this will let you know what is expected for discussion questions to score the highest you possibly can. And there's also a discussion rubric in the files that will help you with that. All right, let me just see if we have any questions. Okay, Priscilla, you're still here. I thought I heard someone leave. Must have been someone else. And I can't see your chat. Let's see if I can get that. Are you hearing me okay? Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay. Back there. And I will give you a chance to ask your questions at the end here as well. Okay. Attendance is taken by the system, I guess. So what I'm looking for is your participation in the discussion questions, but the system actually measures your attendance. Okay, grades are available by Tuesday. For me, I believe the requirement's Wednesday, but I have all my grades typically completed by Tuesday of the week following the end of the week. So Monday is usually my grading day, so I'll do my best to keep it that way, and you should have grades on Monday. Of course, the exception is the final week. I do my grading over the weekend because the weekend's on Friday. So you can check your progress in the gradebook. I'll show you how to get to that. Gradebook is also a good place to look for what you need to complete and what kind of points it's worth. But I can tell you all discussion questions are worth 25 points. So if you see 25 point value on something, that's a discussion question, and that's one of the ones you need 3 responses to throughout the week. The others vary. Okay, if you see a discrepancy, like you take a quiz and you think the answer's right and you don't agree with it, send me an email, because in the quizzes we try our best, and I've been constantly updating these quizzes, but codes change every year, and so we end up with outdated questions that need to be corrected. And if I agree there's an error there, I will throw that quiz question out, or test question at the end, and it won't be counted against you. All right, so that's the syllabus. Let's see. And I want to show you, okay, the module section is where you will find your ebooks. And to know what you need to do in those ebooks, I have some extra ones in here. I don't believe you have all of these. My screen go, okay. There is a medical dictionary, I believe, available to you. I also recommend MediLexicon. That's MediLexicon.com. That is a widely accepted medical dictionary that's available online and used in medical professions. And I forgot to put that in my list of tools, so that's something I need to add, but you'll see me refer to that. You have a student workbook for billing and coding reimbursement. You have your medical terminology book, your regular book for billing and coding, and your step-by-step medical coding. And then there's a workbook for that one also. Okay, so as you scroll down, you can see your assignments here. You see you have 3 discussion questions here. Okay. Also, you should go in and introduce yourself to the everyone in your class. The instructions for what we're looking for in that are at the top of the discussion question. And welcome everyone, by the way. I'm really happy to have you, and I'm so glad to see the class grow some more over the last few days. It looked like it was started out to be a small one, but I think we're looking pretty normal now. Let's see, I skipped announcements. I showed you the announcements before, though. Grades is where you'll go. I'm not going to open this because everyone's grade book is in there, even though there's no grades yet. But that's where you can see your grades, and you'll see what assignments you need to do. Conferences, I think you've already found that unless you came in through a link. That's where you find the information on the conferences. Let's go ahead and click that. I try to do at least one every week. In addition to that, sometimes I will do some coding practice with you if you want to practice coding. Those are optional. And they're always recorded, so if you aren't able to make it at the scheduled time, you can attend just view the video. If you struggle with the class, reach out to the various resources that are available to you, like your Student Success Center on your campus, your local campus. They are a wealth of information, very helpful, and they work with me. We communicate about students who might be struggling, and we want to work together to help you succeed. Your success is our #1 priority. Okay, so you can go in here and try for on-demand tutoring, or you can schedule it. I recommend using the Essay Review Center. This will help you avoid plagiarism or help you with formatting, things like that. We do the assignment in APA format, and that's new to a lot of people. But you'll see there is a template for that. There's even phone apps. I haven't used them. We don't really use WebEx or any of that. Your assignments link, to me, in my opinion, this is the best way to figure out what assignments you need to complete. Just go in here.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Okay. Not sure why it's showing week 2 here. Okay, for some reason these are all out of order. Hopefully yours are in order. But so you may, if they are, you might be able to drag them into order, but you can scan through. You see week 1, you can pull up your readings, and you can find out what your reading assignments are for the week. Okay. It's kind of slow. My goodness. Okay. You can see your weekly assignments, your practice exercises. Just a note about practice exercises. There's no score on those. You see how these have points attached to them? The things without points have no points. Your reading assignments obviously have no points. Practice exercises are highly recommended to help you practice your coding skills. And I will give you feedback on those if you send them to me. And that's the only type of lesson that I accept by email, because there's no place for you to upload that. So if you complete the practice exercises, send them to me, and I'll give you feedback on those. And that also applies in the other class to the workbook, study guide. Trying to remember what it was. There's no score, but they're very helpful for you. And that applies, but as far as sending them to me, that's not necessary, because at the end of the week or the beginning of the next week, I will release the study guide with the answers, and you can just check yourself on that. Okay. There are quizzes every week. I need to set that up, but I recommend you wait till the end of the week so you've had time to learn the material before you take the quiz. And you're allowed 3 attempts on the quizzes, but only 1 attempt on the final exam. So if you need me to reset the quiz because you didn't get all 3 attempts, please let me know. Okay, and that's pretty much the tour of everything in Canvas, I think. Okay, Priscilla, do you have any questions? Okay. Not sure if you're hearing me or if you just don't have any questions. So if you do, you're welcome to email me, and we'll get those taken care of for you. So that's about all I have for your introduction. And if anybody has any questions, please reach out to me by email or contact me during my office hours, which right now are kind of limited during the week. It's 3 to 5 p.m. Is that right? Well, yeah, it is kind of right. But actually about 3 to 7 p.m. is fine. You can contact me. But usually the easiest way to get in touch with me is by email. And that, of course, applies to the current session. That could change in future sessions depending on what my other job has me doing, which is a coding job. So I'd like to welcome you all to the course. I think you're going to do great, and please bear with me as I try to keep up with everything. There's just a lot to do, and I don't want anyone to ever feel like I don't care about you or I don't care about your success, because that's just not the case. If I give you a short answer, please don't take it the wrong way. I love my students and I care about your success, and I'm here for you. And if I can't get back to you right away, I will as quickly as I can. I think if you're watching this video, you're off to a great start, and I'll look forward to seeing you later on in class. Bye-bye.